Hi everyone, today I'm here to talk about The Dark Lord of Derkholm by Diana Wynne, or perhaps Wine, Jones. She wrote Howl's Moving Castle, which I have not read the book, but I have seen the movie, and I loved the movie, and I heard the book is different from the movie, like they changed a lot for the movie, but I think I would still love to read the book. She is a fantasy author, and after reading this, I think I'll definitely go read more of her things. Of her books, I can say that word. Okay. Well, The Dark Lord of Derkholm is kind of a parody of all high fantasy novels. So basically it's about a universe, I suppose, because there's multiple planets, a universe where every year there is a Dark Lord chosen, and he is supposed to put on airs, it's a wizard, and he's supposed to pretend that he's a Dark Lord and make his house look like an evil castle, citadel, and then these tours come in through portals from other worlds, and these pilgrims are led on these tours throughout the land where there's dragons and soldiers attacking them and magical creatures going at them, and at the end they get to defeat the Dark Lord, and then they go back home feeling good about themselves, right, and having had an adventure. But really, it's kind of exploiting the worlds. Of course, this evil guy, Mr. Chesney, runs these tours, and they've been going on for years and years. And the novel begins with a new Dark Lord being chosen, who is Dirk, who is the owner and lord, I guess, of Derkholm. So that's why it's called Dark Lord of Derkholm. Ooh, my bookmark just fell out. Let me grab that. Here's a pretty bookmark my mom made for me when I was 8. It has my initials, TR, and balloons, and it's very cute. So, there's my bookmark. Let's put that over here. Anyway, Dark Lord of Derkholm. So, yes, that's how it begins. And I remember when I was young, and I don't remember how young, getting this book off of the shelf at the library just because of this picture on the front. Like, I saw this and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. And I read it when I was young. I don't think I read it all the way through. I had no idea what it was about when I was young. Like, no idea. But I saw this again at that library book sale, $5 for a bag of books. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's that cover. Because I couldn't remember what it was called. But when I saw this picture, I was like, that's it. Oh my gosh, I am so getting that. And I read it, and I thought it was, about an actual evil Dark Lord and defeating him, like normal high fantasy novels or whatever. But no, it's like a parody. There's dragons, there's griffins, there's oracles, there's wizards, there's flying pigs, there's carnivorous geese, there's mines and slavery and gladiator arenas, and just like everything that Diana Wynne Jones could pack into this novel about fantasy worlds, she did, and I really loved it. I especially loved when Mr. Chesney, the evil guy who runs the tours, came and told Dirk, what he has to look like as a Dark Lord. It was basically, you have to be this big shadow, and you have to have red eyes, and you have to live in this giant black menacing looking castle, and you have to have hellhounds that have fiery red eyes and are dark shadowy figures, and it was just like this stereotypical evil guy thing, and it just cracked me up. I loved it. I do think it was a bit long at some points. There was like some parts where they're transporting soldiers for the pilgrims to fight with and everything, and that just kind of got long because it was like the same. It's like the soldiers don't want to be there. They're upset. They're angry, horrible people. And we're upset that we have to transport them. And that kind of went on a bit too long in my opinion. But after that, it really picked up. And I mean, that was like in the middle of the novel. And so kind of dragged a bit at that point. But once again, it picked up. And I would definitely suggest Dark Lord of Derkholm and go check out some more of Diana Wynne Jones' novels. I thought she was really clever in this. The wizard Dirk, who is chosen to be the Dark Lord, his specialty, I guess, is nature and animals, and so there were a lot of clever things done with animals and nature in the book, and I really enjoyed that, and I thought it was super cool. And yeah, definitely check out Dark Lord of Derkholm by Diana Wynne Jones. If I could be one sort of magical person in this book or in normal fantasy novels, I would probably be a dragon. I've always thought dragons are cool, and I think the mythology that there seems to be dragons in a lot of differing cultures is also very interesting. So, yeah, I think I would be a dragon. I've always been fascinated by dragons. I always wanted dragons to exist. I remember when I was young walking through a nature park with a friend and seeing this big gash on a tree, which I have no idea what created it. Like, probably a bear or something. I don't know. But we were like, oh my gosh, it was a dragon. Like, a dragon made this. Like, look at how big this gash on this tree is. It must have been a dragon. Oh my gosh. And sometimes when I still go places and you see rock formations that kind of look like they could be a sleeping dragon, I'm like, oh, there's a dragon. Got turned into stone because he slept too long. So probably dragon would be my answer. But yeah, thank you so much for listening. Sorry if there's any noise in the background. There's like a blender going and the laundry machine going. So I apologize if that is coming through on the camera and the recording. But thank you so much for listening. Check out Dark Lord of Derkholm and go check out Diana Wynne Jones's other books, because I feel like too there's been like a push lately for like female authors, and it's like we need to represent them more and we're not making their things, and I'm like, well, here's one you could look at. Okay, so look at her up. Alright, and make a movie of the Dark Lord of Derkholm, or a TV series. It'd probably be better as a TV series, to be honest. Anyway, so yes, Dark Lord of Derkholm, go check it out. Thank you so much for listening. Like, subscribe, share. Check out my website, tatesapb.com, my Instagram, tatesapb, and my new Instagram, @tatepresents, which, by the way, I have released a new podcast. It is a true crime podcast. It is called Mama Margaret Took an Axe. You should go check it out. I'm posting all my stuff for that to my Tate Presents Instagram, and you can listen to it wherever you get your podcasts. So, yeah, go check that out as well. Thank you so much for listening, and have a great day.